Hello and welcome everyone, this is Kalabovich coming to you with another episode of Brawl Tech. I've already stated several videos ago and many times before that sometimes you just are waiting for a high level or mid level character to show you the way to your endgame composition. Other times you get some really good stuff early on, either characters or treasures, and that makes you just want to try and find something in the stores later on. This video is going to be about the latter option. Could we become Geppetto? We could. Oh, how unfortunate. Not gonna use it. These are too good to pass up. This looks like an entry to a really good royal start. Miri is open. Skip into Miri would be insanely good because then we become Miri when we can find Arthur. I wish Fallen Angel was here. I would just take these two. Potion Master doesn't make much sense here. I think this is actually Mrs. Klaus. For a moment at least. Do I want to switch out now? I think I actually want Gingerbread Party Wicked Witch. If that makes any sense. 5/5 +2/2 is better than a 6/6. Okay. No monsters. That's a good one to get. Crown of Atlas. Then these don't make sense. But I mean, we are... Nah, Rune Stones. Has to be. 1, 2, 3. Let's pick a new hero. Morgan Le Fay, Loki, Peter Pan's The Fates. It is retroactive from what I remember. I think going for the Fates is not bad. Because we are setting ourselves up to become... to become royals anyway, if we find any Arthurs. Draw it is. There he is. Kind of, but not exactly. This is more like it. I mean, we can still go for these. But I don't want to get rid of her. Let's get rid of Billy and give this one 1 attack. So we are closer to getting Cinderella procced, +5, +2, and getting her all done and ready, and also level 3 treasure. Yep. We retain, we get a gold. That's a good one. Quiver. Quiver makes sense because it works with our court wizard. And we can get rid of these 3 now. 1 more royal would be nice. But to be honest, Just Chupacabra. What about another Brave Princess? Chupacabra doesn't make much sense. I'd rather just sell these two for another Court Wizard. This makes a lot of sense. And we're decimating their back row. No, we're not looking for a Brave Princess. We are looking for another Arthur, though. Can't go for Merlin's test. Merlin must be getting old, by the way. His buffs are not what they used to be. That's a lot of attack on their front row. Okay, so we're losing to that. Still first in lobby. Level 5. Upgrade. Upgrade. Oh wait, why did I put the smaller one in the back row? For future growth and progress. And poggers. For future growth and poggers. Kernon, if you want to know the answer to that, please go to my Discord and read in the announcements section. Okay, we're getting an attack. And we're somehow winning this. Sure. Do we want to the end something? I think I'd much rather just find the trips for one or the other. Lancelot. Lancelot isn't big enough. I'm doing it just for Aeon. I mean, mostly for Aeon. So high damage or so high stats? Okay, so it is an upgraded prince, and I have two Prince Arthurs going, which boost its stats permanently at the start of every round. Sky Castle gives my princes and princesses +4/+4, and Fates gives +5/+5 to upgraded characters. So a bit here, a bit there, everything sums up pretty nice. Sure thing. Blessing of Athena. So if we get a +10 for him, we can do it. Kind of want to go for that Court Wizard now. I mean, now, next round. And that healing potion, we don't have anything to sell off to get that, but because I don't want to sell Aeon, I don't want to sell off Juliet. So I'll just keep it as is. This is going to get +4 attack, so it's going to have a higher attack than Court Wizard. So I'm putting it in 5 instead of 6. These are going to be a bit of a problem. On the one hand, it does. On the other hand, there are arguments for both. And if you want to see what the opponents have, there is a tracker for that. You can just download SBB Tracker and install it so you have some knowledge of what your opponents are up to. Or at least were up to. Gonna lock it for Lancelot. To get a treasure off of him. In a moment. In a moment. What makes Aeon so interesting here? when you cast a spell, excuse me, when you cast a spell, all your mages gain +1 attack. Court wizards are mages. Cinderella is a mage. So having them, even just on the bench, actually improves your overall stats over time. Sure thing. Any more questions? Just feel free to ask, guys. That's why I'm doing this, one of the reasons at least. I'm casting Hugify on Lancelot so as to get it to 25 attack, and once it reaches 25 attack, it is going to give us a treasure after the brawl. And we're fighting against a ghost, by the way, so that's also kind of beneficial here. Yes, I know Romeo and Juliet in the shop. Now this one is tricky because we have a good boy here. But I think I need to get one of these done beforehand. Because we just don't have the bench space. And I'm not going to get rid of a huge Cinderella for just 3 worth of stats that I am not boosting in any way right now. Locking for Potion of Heroism. Maybe worth to log the boy. Yes, but if I want to log the boy, I would have to sell something, and I don't want to sell anything from this board. That's the thing. I mean, usually going for good boy, if you say, okay, we can get rid of Aeons, because we're going to go for good boy, or we can get rid of Cinderella, because we're going to go for good boy. On the other hand, that could be a bit of a problem. Because we don't have any means for good boy to grow right now. Fun fact, we're probably going to lose this. We'll lose 7 health to a ghost nonetheless. Helm of the Ugly Gosling is one of those things that can just go on to... you know, on one of these. We want this one to slay for sure. Okay, there's an Aeon. Ambrosia, Dracula, Saber. Maybe Dracula Saber is gonna be good instead of Telltale Quiver. Okay, any spell is gonna be good because of that. Prince Arthur is gonna get 15/15 worth of stats here. Okay, is this more worth or is +8 more worth? I think +8 is more worth it. Bonus here is that I knew I wanted to go royals from the get-go once we got 2 shooters and 2 frog princes early on. Just one opponent. Just one fix. Probably skip. Or we could go for deck of many things, but I think we're gonna skip. We have too many stats riding here on the bench. And now the second mage. Yeah, we're not. We don't want second Prince Arthur anymore. Unless, you know, no. Now we can just take a chicken. Fully upgraded, full board. There we go. Arthur is still going to get the 15-15 and the 4-4 from his own ability. I mean, now, theoretically, we could go for a good boy because we know good boy is going to get the Helm of the Ghostling buff. Rather mediocre trees. But sure shot in 7 to maximize extra Court Wizard attacks. We don't have to, because she is bigger than Court Wizards. If you know what I mean. Alright, that's a victory.